Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been something like 6 million years since I'd done a video, so I just do a real quick catch up. And as you can see, not much progress. But I have done a few things. I've been really busy. You know, we've got a lot going on this year. I told you about the motorhome, and now my son's getting married, so we're heading off to Cyprus next week, I believe, to watch him get married. But anyway, so I've not done much, but I did manage to get a few things done. I have been messing around with the planes. Finished off the tail feathers on that. Finally glued the wings together on the old Piper Cub. So I've yet to fly it. I've flown that one and crashed it, but as you can see, it's all right. Just had to replace one propeller. But anyway, yeah, this one is yet to fly. I'll get like everything else, I'll get around to it one day. Anyway, yeah. So what I decided, I had a bit of a eureka moment, because I've been wondering what to do with this section here, because it's being covered, and I always wondered how difficult it would be to make some kind of hatch or something so I could reconnect the cables and reconnect the rails should I ever have to disassemble this layout. So what I decided on was I went ahead and first of all I decided I was going to remove those foam sections, and they used to be down here covering this up like a couple of false walls. So that's all going to be gone, because here is the station, and probably certainly the first 4 tracks will be covered, and by the station itself, and then we'll have sort of stairs coming down and just the old-fashioned platforms. So this section will be covered anyway. I don't really need to cover it, and then from here kind of onwards will be open. So probably what I'll do is I'll just build up some easily removable archways. So if I ever have to remove things to gain access, it's very easy to do. But what I did for track was, rather than go and buy a bunch of new Kato straights, I just used some of my FlexiDrac adapters and soldered the sections together. And this is just laid in here at the moment. Obviously I'll have the proper road bed underneath it, but what I won't do is I won't glue it down. It'll just kind of sit on there. So, and I'll put the cabling on this side of it, same way that I've shown you I've put cabling on before. So nothing's changed there. But I wanted all the cables at this end of the track, because obviously this section is a reversing track. So I'm going to need a couple of AR1s, a couple of auto reversers. So ultimately that's what these cables will connect to underneath. And just to remind you, so all sort of 4 or 5 tracks in the passenger area ultimately come down to 2, and they go through there out of this section, and then they can use the crossover, and then through this turnout along here, over that crossover, and then into that section around there, which leads to another turnout, and then it's double track all the way around, back underneath, and comes out there, all the way there, and then reverses from here. So obviously this will be isolated with the auto reverser that end, and I'll isolate it this end with the auto reverser there. So that's the plan anyway. And obviously all this will be semi-covered. I haven't quite figured out what to do with this yet. I'm toying with the idea of either having a flyover freeway, motorway, depending on what part of the world you're from, to kind of hide it with some industry down here, or not, I don't know. And the other thing I've been working on is this, just a bit of polystyrene. I can't remember the thickness of it. It's only a couple of mil. Just because I wanted the road bed or the track to be quite low down to the surrounding terrain. Pretty much what I did on this section here. And it seems to work all right, because if you look at the level of the track, it's quite low. Obviously a lot of railway yards, you don't see huge amounts of ballast sticking up like you do on the main lines. So that's the plan here. And obviously, I don't know if you remember, but all this is going to be a 1950s era TOFC yard, or trailer on flat car yard, and I've got a bunch of rolling stock for that. So that's ultimately what I'm going to do here. Probably just be a couple of turnouts, maybe 1 turnout. Anyway, that's it. That's what I've been doing. Apologies for not doing a video for a long time, but I just wanted to reaffirm to everybody that I still exist. I'm still messing around with trains, just haven't had the time. So, but I managed a little bit of work this time. So anyway, thanks for watching, and keep in touch, guys, and enjoy your railroading.